What's up, everybody? How you doing? Tim Anderson, aka Renfill here. We're back for another Discovering Starfinder episode as I continue to dive into the Starfinder world, learn more about the rules, the setting. Mostly I'm here for the setting, not so much the rules. I'm mostly here for the lore, the setting, and figuring out all these different, you know, classes and races and themes and things that they use that are unique to their world. So hopefully you've been enjoying. This is the third episode in the series. Today we're going to be covering the races in the core rulebook, and I'm going to go through these races and try to understand exactly what their unique take is on things. As always, if you're someone who is an expert on Starfinder, thank you so much for giving us your time. Drop any links you have down there in the comments below, or hit me up directly in Discord, because sometimes YouTube will nuke comments and stuff, but not always. You never know. In any case, thanks so much to those of you who have been supportive and who have been really helpful. I've been getting, it's probably over 100 different people at this point by 3 episodes in that have sent me amazing resources. So thank you so much for that. I've got a ton of extracurricular reading activity, and I've been slowly tapping into that. But in the meantime, let's get into races today. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow along for this journey as I continue to explore Starfinder and other tabletop stuff. And we'll talk more about ways at the end that you can support, but the easiest way is just while we're here, drop a super thanks on this video. Or if you're watching this as a premiere, do a super chat. You can also join as a member down there. All right, let's get in here. We've got the races section of the rule book. I love this piece of artwork they've got up in here. Really cool. I don't know what class that is, but I like the idea of like this energy shield against these ant-looking creatures. But right away we get into the races. We have androids, humans, Castathis, Shuntas, Sheerans, Vesque, and Isoki. And right off the bat, I can tell you that outside of humans, I've never heard of any of those at all. So I don't know their equivalent in fantasy, but I'm going to be reading through these today and trying to understand them, hopefully. At least that's my goal. And those of you who out there who understand them a little bit better than I do can, of course, give your input as we continue to get deeper into things here. All right, so right off the bat, I'm going to skip past all this stuff. Androids, complex technological creations crafted to resemble humans. Androids were originally a servitor race, but have since broken free to form their own society. Unlike ordinary robots or ship AIs, androids do not simply respond according to their programming. Rather, they have an independent consciousness and are animated by souls. By the way, are these the same souls as flesh and blood creatures? Food for thought. Anybody out there who has expertise on this, let me know. This is a distinction that's crucial to their generally accepted status as people rather than property. I'm not really going to dive into their pros and cons, but I like the fact that there are pros and cons here. Like, you've got plus dex and negative charisma, really cool. So exceptional vision. They're constructed, flat effect. They find emotions confusing and keep them bottled up. Have a -2 penalty to sense motive checks. Oh, that's cool. And they have a single armor upgrade slot in their bodies. That's kind of cool. I said I wasn't going to go into much of the pros and cons, and I lied because I'm totally going to go into it if they're that unique. Got some information on playing an android. There's going to be a lot of history here, which I'm not going to go through here because I'll read this on my own time. Believed to have developed in Golarion in the time before the Gap. Okay. Humans, ambitious, creative, and endlessly curious, humans have shown more drive to explore the system and the universe beyond than any of their neighbor races, for better or for worse. They've helped usher in a new era of system-wide communication and organization and are admired for their passion and tenacity, but their tendency to shoot first and think about the consequences later can make them a liability for those races otherwise inclined to work with them. They get an additional skill rank. That's fairly common, and extra feats across most games. Castathis. Okay, these guys are just kind of creepy looking. Like, what do I take away from this? Originally from a planet orbiting a dying star far beyond the Pact Worlds, the four-armed Castathis maintain a reputation as noble and mysterious people. They are famous for their anachronistic warriors, ancient wisdom, and strange traditions. Not to mention, they look kind of funky as well. They can move through non-magical, difficult terrain at normal speed. They have 4 arms. 4 hands worth of weapons and equipment. My goodness. So not just dual wielding, you're quad wielding. Okay. La Shuntas. Idealized by many other humanoid races and gifted with innate psychic abilities, the Shuntas are at once consummate scholars and enlightened warriors naturally divided into two specialized subraces with different abilities and societal roles. I'm assuming that's going to explain that here in a minute. They get +2 charisma because they're dimorphic, but they're brash and unobservant, so -2 wisdom. They get at will daze, psychokinetic hand, detect thoughts for magic, limited telepathy. They'll have to learn or have 2 +2 racial bonus to any 2 skills of their choice. Oh, and they get a bonus. Okay, interesting. What does it say? Hold on. They said something about 2 sub races. Naturally divided into 2 specialized sub races with different abilities and societal. Well, what are the 2 sub races? Where does that explain it? Damaya and Korasha? Huh. Okay. Okay. So essentially, sorry guys, I'm reading while I'm doing this. So I guess yeah, I'll read up more on that. Sorry, guys, I got sidetracked. Sheerans. Once part of ravenous hives of locust-like predators, the insectile Sheerans only recently broke with their hive mind to become a race of telepaths, physically addicted to their own individualism, yet dedicated to the idea of community and harmony with other races. They have blind sense. They're good at working with others. If they're within 10 feet, they get a single attack roll or skill check twice and take the higher result. That's nice. So it's like an automatic advantage. Eager to learn about new cultures and societies, and they have limited telepathy. I don't think I would want to play a bug. Ugh. Vesque. Oh, looky here. Lizard men. Okay, I gotta say, the concept art for these guys is pretty dope. That's pretty awesome. Look at that. Beastie Boys. Oh man. Heavily muscled and covered with thick scales and short, sharp horns, the reptilian Vesque are exactly as predatory and warlike as they appear. Originally hailing from a star system near the Pact Worlds, they sought to conquer and subdue their stellar neighbors, as they had all the other intelligent races in their own system, until an overwhelming threat forced them into a grudging alliance with the Pact Worlds. For now. They get a bonus to armor, no fear. Well, I mean, the racial bonus against fear. They have no issues in dim light. And they are always considered armed and can deal 1d3 lethal damage with unarmed strikes. And the attack doesn't count as archaic. I don't know what that means, but that's okay. Man, they look really cool in their concept art. That's all I know about. To read about this is the cool part. So this part here, all this racial history, I'm gonna have to take the time to read through all of this because there's some unique lore to each one of these races, and that to me is the most exciting part of diving into any new world. It's not the rules. The rules can be tweaked, the rules can be thrown out, the rules can be evolved and modified. It's the setting. The setting and the story are what get me every time. Can't wait to read up more. Oh, the Isoki! I could totally see myself playing an Isoki. Small and furtive, the Isoki are often overlooked by larger races, yet through wit and technological prowess they've spread throughout the solar system, giving truth to the old adage that every starship needs a few rats. Oh, I love it. They count as small. They can store items in their cheek pouches and can transfer objects between hand and cheek as a swift action. And they can also disgorge the entire contents into the ground in a square as a move action that does not provoke an attack of opportunity. That is so cool. Dark vision. They've got moxie. +2 racial engineering to engineering, stealth, and survival checks. Oh man, dude, the idea of role play. Look at, so I know you guys are familiar with this, but I'm just gonna throw this out there. Look at those guys. I playing a Ysoki outlaw. Oh my god, or a Isoki bounty hunter. My mind is whirling with I like the outlaw because I'm thinking of it doesn't matter what I'm thinking right now. I'm having lots of ideas in my head about the potential of playing an Isoki outlaw or bounty hunter. Oh, that's awesome. Other races probably see you as manic, loud, and impetuous. Oh man, this is gonna be great. Society and alignment. What's the next? Ooh, the next session gets into classes, so that's what we're gonna be covering next. I may have questions though about these races as I get through reading all this stuff, everybody. Also, have they added more races with supplemental material? Because these are just the ones included in the core rulebook. So I guess that's the next question. Like the archives that someone linked me to, there was like, I don't remember, 7 or 8 different character themes in here that we covered. But then I went to the archive and there was like 30 of them listed that had come out in all the supplemental material. So are there other races here? I may be able to answer that question just by doing a quick Google search, but I'll do that later. In the meantime, thanks to those of you who've been following along. If you have any additional information to add about these races, I'd love to hear it. Honestly, out of all of these, I think kind of, I mean, if I had to pick, I would either pick a human or Isoki. I might be able to. I could possibly be convinced to play a Vesque if I was playing like um a brute force thug type bounty hunter maybe. Um, but I feel like I like humans because it's versatile. But the idea of a Ysoki sounds like a hell of a lot of fun. Mm, I don't know. I really don't know at this point. My brain's whirling. The wheels are spinning, everybody. In any case, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can continue to get updates as I dive deeper into Starfinder. And let me know whatever resources you have, whatever other information you have, drop it down in the comments below. Please support if you can on premieres like this. You can do super chats and stickers after the fact when it's an uploaded video. You can do super thanks. There's memberships 3 tiers below. We also have a Patreon page for our tabletop world and our point and click adventure game and our book series. There's a Discord channel. All the links are down there. See everybody in the next episode. Happy gaming.